Congratulations on your new Solis Grind and Infuse Perfetta. This guide will quickly take you from box to brewing. You'll learn about the parts of the machine, their functions, and how to quickly set it up, make espresso, froth milk, and make a latte. In the box with your machine is a double spout portafilter, single and double shot filter baskets, stainless steel tamper, 12-ounce stainless steel frothing pitcher, Brita Intenza water filter and water hardness test strip, measuring spoon, cleaning brush, cleaning needles, and a rubber backflush disc. The Grind and Infuse Perfetta comes with a Brita Intenza water filter and water hardness test kit. Using a filter prolongs machine life and reduces descaling frequency. To test water hardness, dip the included test strip in the water you will use in the machine. Then adjust the dial on the bottom of the water filter to match the water's hardness level. A for soft, B for medium, and C for hard. Then dip the filter in a bowl of cold water and squeeze the air out. Then attach it wheel down to the notch in the water reservoir and fill the reservoir with cold water. Press the program button on the front of the machine and then the steam button to enter the water filter settings menu. The default setting should read No on the display. Press the single cup extraction button to switch the setting to Yes. Then place a container under the group head that holds at least 20 ounces of liquid. Press the program button again to exit the settings menu and begin rinsing the filter. Approximately 17 ounces of water will run through the machine, so again, make sure you picked a large container. When the machine beeps twice and both extraction buttons light up, rinsing is complete and the machine is ready to use. Dialing in grind size and controlling the amount of coffee ground are the keys to success when making espresso. Dialing in grind size is the straightforward process of adjusting the grinder to change how long it takes an espresso to extract. Grinding finer slows down the extraction and grinding coarser speeds it up. The goal is for the entire extraction to take about 25 to 30 seconds. Timing is the same for single and double shots. Changing the amount or weight of coffee used also affects shot timing. So being consistent with the weight of coffee used is important, and the best way to do that is to use a scale. But if you do not have a scale, you can get close by slightly overfilling your portafilter and swiping away excess coffee level with the rim. To get started, set the grind size adjustment to 6 and load the hopper with whole bean coffee. For our example, we'll make a double shot of espresso. So insert the double shot filter basket into the portafilter. Now to load the burrs with coffee, insert the portafilter into the support forks and press in to start the grinder. Continue pressing in until a consistent stream of ground coffee is dispensed. Then discard this ground coffee. If using a scale to weigh your coffee, tare it with your portafilter, then press the portafilter into the micro switch at the back of the grinding fork to begin manual grinding. The LED display will begin counting up to indicate how much time you've been grinding for. Once the portafilter looks reasonably full, stop grinding and note the time on the display. If using a scale, weigh your portafilter for this double shot extraction. We'll use 16 grams. If using the single shot filter basket, the capacity is 8 to 9 grams. If you do not have enough coffee, insert the portafilter and press in and hold to add a little more. The additional grinding time is added to the display. If not using a scale, overfill the portafilter enough that when you swipe it, it will be level to the top of the filter basket like this. Once you have reached the weight or proper loose fill level, note the time on the display. To program that time so you get the same amount of coffee ground next time, wait for the display to stop flashing. Select the appropriate single or double dose button, then use the knob to adjust to the time noted. Then press and hold the button until you hear 2 beeps. Now, the next time you need to grind for this dose, all you have to do is select the appropriate filter size and press the display knob to dispense the same amount of ground coffee. With the coffee loaded, level it off if needed. Then use the tamper to firmly and evenly compress the coffee. You want a nice flat surface so brew water moves evenly through the coffee. Firmly lock the portafilter into the machine. You can also use a scale to weigh your espresso output. The basic recipe is double the weight of ground coffee in your cup. In this example, that's 32 grams out from our 16-gram dose. If not using a scale, shoot for 1.5 to 2 ounces liquid volume, including the bubbly crema layer in that measurement. The goal is to brew the correct amount of espresso in 25 to 30 seconds. If your shop brewed in that time, congratulations, your grinder is dialed in. If your shop brewed too quickly, it means your grind setting is too coarse. Adjust it one step finer and try again. If it took too long to brew, the grind is too fine and you'll want to adjust one step coarser and try again. You may need to adjust your grind size a couple of times in order to get it just right. Make sure you're being consistent with your coffee dose amount and tamping pressure each time so you can be as certain as possible that the only variable affecting your brewing is the grind size. After brewing your first dialed-in shot, press the program button on the machine to save your double shot extraction volume. Now, all you need to do to brew an excellent shot of espresso is press 2 buttons: the display knob to grind your perfect dose, and the extraction button to brew for the perfect volume. You can use this same method to program time grinding and liquid volume for the single shot filter basket, so you'll be able to brew single or double shots on demand. To turn your espresso shot into a latte or cappuccino, simply press the steam button and the grind and infuse perfetta will begin heating to steam temperature. This should take about 20 seconds. You'll know the machine is ready to steam when the steam button stops flashing and it stays lit. While it's heating, fill the included frothing pitcher about 1/3 to 1/2 of the way full with your milk of choice. Once the machine is to temperature, point the steam wand at the drip tray and open the steam valve by turning the knob on the right of the machine forward. This will purge any hot water left in the line. Once the wand is dispensing steam and not water, close the valve. Then position the tip just below the surface of the milk and open the valve. This tip position sips in small amounts of air, creating tiny microbubbles in the milk, which creates a rich, creamy texture. As the milk expands, lower the pitcher ever so slightly to keep the tip at the same depth just below the surface of the milk. When satisfied with the amount of air in the milk, lower the wand a little deeper below the surface and find a wand angle that causes the milk to swirl. The swirling breaks up any larger bubbles and creates a uniform milk texture in the pitcher. Keep the milk swirling until the outside of the pitcher just starts to get uncomfortable to hold due to heating. That's when the milk is at about 140 degrees Fahrenheit or 60 Celsius, the sweet point for milk temperature. Close the steam valve with the tip still below the surface. Wipe down the wand immediately to prevent milk from baking on. After steaming, you must purge the wand of residual milk. To do that, direct it back towards the drip tray and open the valve again. This will help prevent the buildup of milk solids inside the wand. To return your machine to brewing temperature, press one of the extraction buttons and the grind and infuse perfetta will automatically cool down to brewing temperature in under 20 seconds. Before pouring the frothed milk over your espresso, you can tap and swirl the pitcher to break up any larger bubbles. Then pour a bit of the frothed milk in your cup and give it a little swirl to mix with your espresso. Then continue pouring the rest of the milk froth to fill your cup. It'll taste great just like this, or with a little practice and the help of online tutorials, you can dress it up with some latte art. For additional information on operating and maintaining your Solis Grind and Infuse Perfetta, see the operating instructions book which came with the machine. For technical assistance, contact your Solis authorized dealer.